Let's show you this. 2 Timothy chapter 2. I want to read to you from verse 24. And I want you to notice what it says and what it does not say. In 2 Timothy chapter 2 from verse 24, it says, "And the servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle." Who? The servant of the Lord. He says, must not strive. He must not be involved in unnecessary fighting. But be gentle unto all men, apt to teach, patient. Patient. Everybody say patient. 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 Then in verse 25, in meekness, doing what? Instructing. The word instructing there refers to what we call educating, teaching, training. He says, the servant of the Lord must not strive, but must be patient, educating. Educating who? Those that oppose themselves. If God, now I want you to notice some things. First is a line there, those that oppose themselves. What is the meaning of those that oppose themselves? I'll explain it to you, and it's important. There are two types of people that the Bible shows us can be found in the church who oppose. The first group are those you would find in chapter 3 of the same book. 2 Timothy chapter 3, when you read from verse 5 to verse 8. Then he likens them to Jannes and Jambres who opposed Moses. He says these men resist the truth. He says they have a form of godliness, but they deny the power of it. He says they are deceivers. They are wicked. Then he says to Timothy, be careful of them. Avoid them. You see that? He says avoid them. Why? Because they are not teachable. They oppose. It says they resist the truth. He's not talking about sinners outside. He's talking about people inside. They resist the truth. So he says, avoid them. Then there is another group. He says they oppose themselves. He didn't say they oppose the truth. They oppose themselves. They oppose. They stand against themselves. They're like, they go like this and turn again against themselves. So they take one step forward and take another step backward. So they go like this and say, I am healed. Oh, I am sick. I claim my job. Oh, I'm looking for a job. He says they oppose themselves. They go back and forth. He says it's a matter of positioning. They position themselves like this and then suddenly they set themselves against themselves. Then he says to Timothy, in meekness, educate them. You see that? These ones, he says, they can be trained. They can be changed. He says, train them in meekness. Be patient with them. So that God will give them repentance. I want us to read. Are you seeing it? Let's read it. Verse 25 again. In meekness, instructing those that oppose themselves, if God peradventure will give them repentance to the acknowledging of the truth. That is epignosis of the truth. You see, he wants them to come to a full understanding.